Hey everybody, welcome to Jason Albert TV. I'm Jason Albert. In this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to fly. That's right, I've got a whole bunch of different ways, different things you can do to eventually be able to take off into the sky. All right, let's get started. Number one, and this is kind of the most obvious, right? This one is using like flying devices, right? Airplanes, helicopters, jets, things like that, right? That fly, right? Not gliders, not a squirrel suit. Those are gliding. That's not flying. So the first one, just want to get it out of the way. Obviously, jump in an airplane, jump in a helicopter. Obviously. Now that that one's out of the way, let's get to some real stuff. Number two is to jump off something like a roof or whatever and flap your arms. Okay? Now, obviously, Jason, we're human beings. If I do that, that's not going to work. I've actually done that. You could do that. I could do that. It's not going to work. No matter how, it's not going to work. This is where practice makes perfect, right? This is going to be one of those things we have to continuously do it. Continuously do it from different heights, different risks, also different wing velocities, right? Different things like that. And it's probably not gonna happen for you, no matter how much you practice. But there's a little thing called evolution, natural selection, which what happens is as a species starts to do something or try to adapt to its surroundings, okay, evolution changes that. So what I'm saying is if we all just started jumping off things, right, and flapping our arms, and maybe a lot of us ended up, seriously injured or worse, right? Evolution would start to go, hey, we need to do something here. And we would start to have kids as a species that maybe were lighter, right? Or maybe we would start having hollow bones or maybe start to grow feathers or eventually be able to take off. So, right, we just need to keep practicing and let evolution take it off, because evolution is like, this is a species that wants to get into the air. Eventually, if we keep telling evolution, natural selection, the ones that, because there's going to be some that they'll start to get a little bit of lift. Ooh, a little bit of lift, right? Those will have kids, and that little bit, the ones that don't, right, won't have kids, or something like that, right? And then we could do some selective breeding, and eventually, and I'm talking maybe 1,000, 10,000, 20,000 years, humans could be flight beings, flightful beings, not flightless, but the opposite of flightless, right? So the next one, what is it, number 3? Pixie dust, right? Find some pixie dust, right? Find a pixie, sprinkle yourself, find a fairy, pixie dust, think happy thoughts, right? We know that one. That's simple. Wherever pixie dust is sold, your local pixie dust dealer. Okay? Find it. Number 4, get yourself a witch's or a wizard's broom. We all know the story, witches' brooms, wizards' brooms, right? Find one. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't found one yet. I've gone to Target. I've gone to Walmart. I went to Home Depot to see if I could get some like shop broom. Couldn't find one yet. I think maybe the trick is maybe go to like your grandparents' house. Maybe they have an old utility closet, maybe with like one of those like like the old school ones with like the straw. Doesn't it, right? Like the real straw. Like maybe you have to find an older one that has the magic abilities to fly. So a broomstick, right? Broom flying, flight brooms. And then the 5th one, and this is the last one, and this one I think is probably the most likely. Just because I don't know how much pixie dust there is. I don't know how many of these brooms are still laying around. I guarantee if somebody found like the stash of brooms, right, if there is just one stash, they're going to hoard them, right? They're going to hoard them or maybe make them an NFT, whatever that means, right? And then evolution, like I said, 1,000, 10,000, 20,000 years, right? So this one is to mate with birds. Okay, we start doing kind of a hybrid human-bird thing. Now, obviously, there's a lot of small birds, and that doesn't really, it's cruel, an unusual animal cruelty, unusualness. So, weird. So maybe eagles, right? Maybe giant vultures, right? So some of these bigger not a penguin, I get that wouldn't really make any, they're already flightless, not an ostrich, not an emu, however you say that word, right? So like a flying bird, right? There's giant eagles, there's giant ones, there's giant big like turkey vultures, Turkeys might be a good place to start because I know they fly a little bit. I think they sleep in trees. Google that. But that's what I'm saying. We start a little bit of mating. Eventually, we start to have some, like some hatchlings that come out. Maybe they're not hatchlings. Maybe they're birthed like mammals. Who knows? But maybe we get like a litter or a I don't know what you call a whole series of those things, right? That come out, and maybe a couple of them have some really good traits, and again, you're kind of start matching them up as they get older, and maybe in a couple generations, a generation or two, we have humans that are flying. All right, so that's how to fly. A couple of ways for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to do whatever it is you guys do when you're not watching me. Thank you so much for watching. See you later, Crocodile.
If you like this vid, then like this vid. If you have something to say, then use the comment section. If you are not subscribed, then subscribe and hit the bell, please. If you don't do these things, you're an idiot.